So these are flowers from my yard.
Donna Roop loves gardening and playing with her dog Buddy.
Come here.
But there is a lot on her mind these days.
Buddy, get out of there.
2 years ago, she lost her lucrative job of 20 years as a sales rep at AT&T and is now struggling to keep her home.
What do? I mean, nobody's willing to help you. Nobody.
At 53 and with a college education, she works part-time as a pool attendant, earning just over $8 an hour. To make matters worse, her house has dropped in value. In 2003, she paid $130,000. Now it's worth around $70,000. If she were to sell it, she'd still owe the bank thousands of dollars.
It's been devastating. I mean, I have put a lot of work into the house. I put a lot of money into the house. I've had a lot of plans for the house, and I've always wanted to have my own house.
Donna is not alone. Data from the housing research Zillow shows that despite a housing recovery nationally since the 2008 crash, 12.7% of all properties with a mortgage remain underwater. Markets in the nation's former industrial heartland, the so-called Rust Belt, are doing especially bad, home to nearly a quarter of all underwater mortgages. Chicago has displaced Las Vegas as the city with the highest rate of negative equity, more than 20%.
Well, it's never a good sign to own something that's worth less than what you paid for it.
Chicago area realtor Matt Larissy says stagnant wages and higher property taxes are hitting low-income areas the hardest.
The south and the west sides of the city seem to only keep getting worse. Things just, you're starting to see more and more foreclosures and short sales come up over there, even though the market's turning. And when you compare it to like our downtown market, which seems to be booming, the south and west sides seem to only be getting worse.
There is help for underwater borrowers whose loans are backed or guaranteed by government mortgage corporations like Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae. But for those with conventional mortgages, there is very little, or in most cases, no help at all. It's just between them and their banks.
If you're one of the unfortunate people that doesn't have that type of loan, you're kind of stuck out in the wild. You really don't have much options. You got to hope and pray that the bank that services your loan is going to be willing to work with you.
In many cases, they don't. Roop's bank refused to modify her loan 4 times. She's now facing court proceedings and can't afford an attorney.
I mean, I would never have thought. I thought there was help out there, and there isn't.
Roza, Kazan, CCTV, Chicago.